So as I was looking at Hamidou Diallo and the things I think he must improve going into next year, I'll be honest, I had a little bit of a struggle. He only played 20 games with Detroit, only averaged 23 minutes a night. And so I don't know that we still have a full grasp of his game. When I looked at the things I thought he was good at, I went to some things where I saw in a small sample size, like his creating offense and initiating offense. So for his must improve, I'm just going to stay with his shooting. I thought his mid-range shooting was decent, but the numbers don't back that up. And then the three-point shooting was good for Detroit, but it was not good in Oklahoma City. So we're going to take a look at both of those, starting with his mid-range shooting. And we're just going to say shooting consistency and how that'll help him. So here, he gets a cross match with DeAndre Jordan. You'll kind of see this, the three-point shooting. You can see he wasn't shooting it well in Oklahoma City. DeAndre Jordan doesn't step out on him. He ISOs him here. The help is there. He's not going to get all the way to the rim. Gets a nice wide-open pull-up jumper, but he misses it short. So this is an area we talked about his, to the rim game off the dribble. He's an athletic guy. People are going to have to give him room. Okay, great step back here. Look at the separation he creates. This is big time, but he's got to be able to knock these shots down at a higher rate. Hamidou Diallo, between 3 and 10 feet, shot 39%, between 10 and 16, 24%, and from 16 feet to the three-point line was 39%. Those numbers were for the year, not just with Detroit. Those numbers were for the year. Here, using a ball screen. Again, I like him using ball screens in these situations. Attacks. And so that's probably in that 3 to 10 foot range there that he misses. I like his ability to get the ball up on the backboard. When Isaiah Stewart was there, let him clean up. But something we'd like to see him, or I would like to see him finish at a higher rate to take his game to another level. Maybe this depends on what you see as Hami and what you want his ceiling to be for this team. But this would definitely go a long way in putting him, I don't think his ceiling is a number one scorer, maybe as a second scorer or that third option as a guy coming off the bench. Here you see again attacks, and this is an issue I've seen a couple times. As under control as he is, as athletic and fluid as he is, sometimes he has these finishes in this range where he gets a little out of control. His body's failing, his legs are failing. Again, the second jump, I showed this exact clip in the strength highlight, but it is an area you could see improve. But it's there. He can knock it down. I think he's a better shooter off the dribble than catch and shoot, as we'll see going into the threes in a second. But there, coming off a screen from Horford, is able to stop, pull up, knock it down. He has great elevation on his shot, so I think it's hard for people to contest. And then we see the same thing with Detroit. Walk into it, they're giving him room, not letting him get to the rim. He's able to pull up and knock it down. One more clip here. We've seen this in the isolation, so he's going to back up, attack Biyombo, and here's that beautiful body control. Goes in, finds body, finds contact, holds in the air, hangs in the air, and the nice soft shooting touch off the backboard. Again, especially with the mid-range, my personal eyes thought he was better than in the mid-range than what the numbers showed, but I do think it's an area he can improve. Then the three-point shooting. Again, it's about consistency. He did not shoot it well with Oklahoma City in a small sample size. He shot 39% with Detroit. Overall, it accounted to 34% from three last season for Hamidou Diallo. Adding all this together completes an all-around scoring game, along with his ability to initiate offense, creates a pretty tough guy to defend. But you can see here in Oklahoma City, his man helping way off. Even the helper guy, the rotation guy, Jeff Green, doesn't even come at him. Just looks at him, lets him shoot a wide open catch and shoot three. Remember this, catch and shoot. Another aspect why I think he could improve, or why I think it's important for him to improve if he wants to play a bigger role, is these situations. We talked about this with Jeremy Grant. Late shot clock, late game clock. You got to be able to hit a three in this situation, right? Again, on a catch and shoot. Kind of hesitates. I think his natural instinct was to drive there, and then he realized we're down three. I have to shoot it. Comes up short. He just doesn't look as fluid in pure catch and shoot situations. And just ability to help space the floor. Again, like the first clip, all this attention here on Plumlee on the short roll. He makes a nice pass, catch and shoot. He's got to be able to knock down these wide open threes. And again, way short, just doesn't look super comfortable. The interesting thing, one more clip here with Hami. And you'll see again the lack of respect with him off the ball. Julius Randle completely turns his back. And then not only that, he doesn't even have a sense of urgency right away to close out. If this is a shooter, there's an immediate sense of urgency. He eventually does close out. But again, in a catch and shoot situation, Hami's not able to put it in. But where I do think he's really good is on the move. Okay, in transition here, running the floor, able to momentum step into it. And to me, that looked really fluid and he looked comfortable and he's able to knock it down. Obviously, he had a big game against Charlotte and he hit a couple of these. So off a ball screen, he's able to dribble into it, get his feet underneath him. And again, that looked really fluid and smooth for Hami from the three-point line as opposed to those catch and shoot ones. So with all of these must improve, it's not just about where he can improve, but it's about where, it's not a critique, it's about where it can really help take his game to the next level. In the limited sample size we've seen, looking at the numbers, I think the biggest area is his shooting consistency, specifically in the mid-range and from the three-point line.